Hey. Wanted to follow up on the Giants video that we made about North American giants, whether they're real or not, whether you believe in them or not. 1.6 million views on that, so I'm grateful for that. So a lot of you, especially the doubters, I want to address you first because in the comments you made it clear. You made it clear some of the things that, would help you believe. And the first and most reported comment was, why would anybody have a reason to cover this up in the first place, Charles? What's the big deal? Well, at the time, remember, they were recruiting families to come here, bring their women, their children, to come over here, stake their entire lives and everything they had earned on coming to America to find fortune. Okay? And if they were trying to convince people to do that, and they had to tell you that there was giants running around eating people, because we document that. The book we're going to share in this video today, it teaches you a lot about who was a cannibal, who was not a cannibal. So that's one reason you won. Now, we got lots more, but we're actually trying to save some ancient sites that are relative to what we're talking about here with races like this and normal races like us. And so we're going to release it little by little and in our lives. You can support us in our lives, so hopefully you'll show up there and learn more. But if you wanted one good reason why they're real, that's why they're real. Because they could not have you knowing that there was giant cannibals running around here. And in the other video, we give you the references to prove they're up until the 1650s running around the 13 colonies. So the other most popular comment, you get into receipts. You want to have actual literary references, which we do give out in our lives. People support us there. And so naturally, we give some of that out exclusively in lives. And soon we'll be doing subscription-only lives where everything comes out first. But I'm going to give you some for free again. You want receipts, and here it is for free. This is a book by John Heckwelder. The federal government uses this book in court. State governments use it in court to defend land rights because it helps define races and color of people and practices and things like that and where they lived. And in here, you're going to find a very neat reference. I'm going to put it up here so you can see the Aliga. The Aliga, and that sounds similar to a river that you may know up there called the Allegheny. The Allegheny River is named for the Aliga. And the Aliga, now that you see it spelled before you for the first time, you see, if you want to research whether giants were really in North America or not, they were an actual nation as well. So you have to address them as a nation like you would the Cherokee, the Choctaw, anybody else, and search that word that you see right in front of you. And there you have a reference for what they are. The Lenape were the tallest warriors and the Susquehannock in North America. And yet when scouts looked across the Mississippi, or the Mississippi River, that's the real name, by the way, when they looked across, they saw that the women were taller than the tallest of the men, of Lenape men. These were giant people. It's recorded right in a book that the federal government uses in court. So if you want, I got lots of it, but there's one that's used in court. So you have to accept, because it's the law system that you live and believe in, that's real evidence. And as you get deeper into that book, you'll learn more about the actual story, about how the two tribes banded together to fight the last of the giants. And you can read directly about how they supposedly retreated down the Mississippi. So they went south down the Mississippi to never return. And it's recorded in this history book that the federal government recognizes. The other graphic I wanted to put up has something to do with the Smithsonian. These two gentlemen, this is Bruce Bradley and Dennis Stanford. That's the two names referenced here. They committed a document in 2004. So Bruce Bradley, Dennis Stanford, 2004. If you search that, you'll actually get the paper. Or they tell you that even Clovis people that weren't even recognized as real before 2013, that now archaeology does recognize, he's saying that they're both saying that they were carrying oversized artifacts that matched the tools that they were using. They were copying them from theirs, and they were huge. Okay, and it tells you whether they were using them for ceremony or for everyday use. So this should be very enlightening for you, that you can go in and read how the Smithsonian in current times is now putting out actual information that you can digest on your own. It tells you that people after, because we're dating things from 20,000 BCE to 8,000 BCE, and naturally Clovis occurred after that. So I wanted to also address, when you try to say anything personal about myself, which not too many of you have, I want to let you know I don't care what you think about me. I really don't. You can say whatever you want. Okay, it's about this information. This information is important. It's important to humanity that we have truth. What happened in North America, North America is where the only place on earth that the root civilization could have been. It's the only continent that had enough rivers at the time, and the only place that had enough water. So as you dig deeper into this, you're going to see that it's the information that's important. You see, The world's searching for truth. We want to know more about where we came from. We want to know more about why we're here. That's why you're watching all these shows about ancient civilization, and even, shows that basically misleads you from the truth. I don't want to get into naming any names, because your real ancient history is right here, and I'm telling you that it removes barriers. It removes barriers from our faith. It removes barriers from our nationality. It removes barriers from our color difference. Do you see? And that's why they don't want you to have it. Because if we are one, if we are all together and we all came from the same thing, and you believe that, then you become the most dangerous thing on earth. And that's why they do not want you to know that. That's why I need your help. Right now, the world needs hope, and that's across the board. And I'm telling you, we're only going to find it through truth. We're only going to find it through unity. So I'm grateful for your time, grateful for all of the support. 1.6 million views on the first one about the giants. So we have a few more we're making today that we're going to release over the next couple of days, and look forward to seeing you on our lives and on YouTube soon. Thank you for your time.